Hey guys, it's Gwyneth, and today we're going to be talking about the new Cheek Parade palette that launched from Benefit. I was lucky enough to get my hands on it because this keeps selling out pretty fast, but I got it on the second round. I'm just going to do some swatches and try it on and give you my opinion, so if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. Also, if you are curious, the palette I'm wearing on my eyes today is the Laura Lee Violet Voss palette, and then lip color is Ofra Miami Fever. Okay, so for starters, let's talk price. So this is what it looks like in the box, and it has the different, what all comes in it on the back. You get the Hoola bronzer, Hoola light, Dandelion, Rocketeer, and their new blush that just released, Galentine. I thought it was really cool that they threw a new product in there just because it is newly released, so you can either buy individually for $29 or buy this whole kit. So this kit is actually $58, so let's just say $60, and if you were to buy each of these individually, it would be $150. So basically you're paying for 2 of them and getting 5, which I think is a really good deal. I actually haven't tried any of these before. I've had my eye on buying some of the Benefit, like especially the Hoola and Dandelion. I'd had my eye out for those, but I just didn't know if I wanted to get them because I personally think $29 a piece is kind of pricey. I've heard they're worth the price, but to get all that I wanted, it wasn't just $29, it was, almost $150, so I was actually really excited that they just put a palette with all of them together. I think that's so awesome and honestly such a great deal. Alright, so like I said, this is what the packaging looks like. You open it up. I really like this packaging, it's gorgeous. It just comes with a little pamphlet, and I actually already read it. It's just a how-to, like where to apply blush, bronzer, etc. But yeah, here's a close-up of this palette. It's really nice. I love this gold detailing with the blue. The back is just plain. But yeah, it's called Cheek Parade, and it's cute because it has them all lined up as if they're marching, and they have it too where the what's that called? Snare drum. Is that what the little one is that's right here? Yeah, I think they have it lined as if that was a snare drum, but instead of the snare drum they have the little bronzers and blush and all that. And when you open it up, got this big mirror right here, and then it's got kind of like a weird smell to it. It's not really bad, but it's not like a food smell. It's almost like a floral smell. I really like it though. Anyway, so here you go. You have, all 5 in your little thing here. I don't know about y'all, but I probably won't use this. That's just my personal preference. Only one is new, but I'm going to go ahead and swatch all of them. Look how gorgeous that is. I am a little nervous to mess it up, the design, but I want to use it since I bought it. So we're going to go ahead and swatch the Hoola bronzer and Hoola light. Oh wow. They aren't kidding when they say Hoola light. You can barely see, here's Hoola and then Hoola light, and you can barely see that because it's so close to my skin tone. Honestly, that may be a good setting powder. So that'd be cool. Honestly, I'd be excited if that would work as a setting powder just because you would get more out of the palette, like more, instead of just, a bunch of blushes or bronzers, you could get like a bronzer and a setting powder. Also, I did self-tan, and so my body's like really tan, and then I forgot that I should like grab a darker foundation, so my face is looking lighter than like my neck and my arms and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna try to get see if I can build up this Hoola light. There we go, it's a little more built up there. Hopefully you can see that. I mean, that's a fairly new product too, so that's pretty cool they threw that in there. I'm gonna save California for last. I keep calling it Galentine. Next, I'm gonna swatch Dandelion. This is definitely a blush. It was saying, it may have been on their website or Sephora, there we go, or Sephora's website. It was saying that you could use this lightly as an overall finishing powder, but I wouldn't really want a pink tint to my skin when I'm setting my foundation, but that's just me. Maybe it's something I should try out. I was hoping one of these would work as a highlight. Okay, now I'm kind of nervous to mess these up, but I'm going to try Rocketeer. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Oh, wow. That is gorgeous. That is Rocketeer. That was gonna look gorgeous in the summer. I honestly, just for the sake of this video, may try this out as a highlight because it does, if you can see when I move it, have those little bit of like glitter to it. I don't usually like a bunch of glitter in my highlight, but that may look pretty. So I'm gonna try that as a highlight today. Last but not least, California. Oh my goodness, this feels cool. Okay, that is like hot pink though. Oh, I don't know about that. Okay, so it's like a hot pink, but it also has like a orange undertone to it, which might actually pair well with the orange look I have going on today, so that's exciting. And I forgot to mention earlier, but I don't have any blush, bronzer, or highlight on because I wanted to save for this video. Okay, and so now I'm going to go ahead and start applying this. I think I'm going to skip on the Hoola Light and just go into the Hoola Bronzer. And I'm just using this Wet n Wild angled bronzing brush. Okay, okay. Alright. Note to self, Hoola bronzer is very pigmented. So I'm going to take this lighter brush. It's just a powder brush from Sephora. And just soften that up a bit. And then I like to get the temples. I always like to put some more on my cheeks. Wow, I really do like how this sits on the face though. It is, you know, it's a little surprisingly dark. I guess that's kind of why people were wanting a Hoola light, but it's almost like the Hoola light is too light, so I should have gone darker because, I mean, that is a pretty big difference from the regular to the light. So I feel like something in the middle would have been a better Hoola light. But I do like how this sits on the face. I feel like it really is making me look tanner. Sometimes I feel like some bronzers just make me look kind of like, not necessarily ashy, but you can definitely see like the harshness on the face, whereas this, I feel like it kind of blends to the skin to where that warmth is where you placed it, but it's almost like an all-over warmth. I really, really like this. Okay, now we are going to move on to blush, and I'm going to go in with California. The brush I'm using is the Bare Minerals Flawless brush, is what it is called. Ooh, I'm scared about this pigmentation. Also, if you are new to my channel and you don't know, I am very light when it comes to blush. I don't really go heavy, so stuff like this that is super pigmented can get kind of intimidating at times. But for the sake of this video and seeing how this wears, I'm going to put a little more blush than usual on. That is gorgeous. I think a good thing about this blush, and I noticed it kind of with Rocketeer as well, is that they are very sheer formula. So although they are pigmented and they could be really bright colors, it's sheer, so I don't think it's going to be too harsh on the skin. It like sits on the top of the skin very nicely to where it almost gives like a healthy flush to the skin. So I really, really like that. As you notice, it looks like it's coming more from here down, not just like the apples of my cheek, which I really like. For some reason in my viewfinder it looks like it's more division, but in person it looks like it's all melting together very nicely. Alright, and now I'm going to try, like I said earlier, this Rocketeer blush as my highlight, and I'm just going to try to take this Crown Deluxe highlight fan brush and just put it in there and try to work that. Oh wow, that actually works. Does anyone else use this as a highlight, or is this like already a thing? I feel like it's probably like everyone's been using this for highlight for like years now, and I'm like just not figuring it out, you know? I really like that. I mean, it's not like a boom in your face highlight, but you can see as I like turn to the side, it really sits nicely. So I'll do a close-up for y'all real quick if you want to see a little more detail of my makeup. Alright guys, so all in all, I really, really like this palette. I think it has amazing quality and the pigmentation is really nice. Especially if you're in my position where you've been wanting some of these blushes, some of these highlights, this is the perfect palette for you because it really combines all of this together. Now, if you already have some of these already and you don't really want the whole palette, you don't want backups of what you already have, it may just benefit you to just buy the California blush itself separate, but I think you really get a lot for your money's worth in this. I was honestly surprised with the price point on this because it is a really good deal. I think Benefit does have really good products and they rarely do they disappoint. I'm definitely more impressed with this than I thought I would be just because I hadn't tried any of their face products before, so now I see why everyone loves it so much. If you're interested in getting this palette, I will leave a link down below. Originally, it was only sold on Benefit for a couple of days, maybe a week, but now I know it's on Sephora and Ulta, so I'll leave a link to at least one of those down below, and hopefully they aren't sold out. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!